I've been editing for a while now, and honestly, I got pretty decent at it. I worked with clients, I won some big editing challenges online, and I even started my own school community about video editing. But here's the truth, I never hit that $10,000 a month as a video editor. Everyone on the internet talks about getting to that 10K a month like it's holy grail of freelancing. But I wanted to see, is that actually possible? For someone who's not famous, for someone who doesn't have a massive audience, and for someone who just knows how to tell stories through videos. So I'm starting this challenge to see how many days it's actually gonna take me to get to that 10K a month as a video editor. But to be completely honest with you, I do have clients right now. However, none of that is gonna count toward this challenge. From this point on, everything that I earn will come from scratch. New outreach, new systems, and new clients. And the best part, I'm gonna film every single step of this journey, every strategy, every mistake, and every win. So you can see exactly what it takes to get from 0 to 10K a month as a video editor. So let's begin. Alright guys, so here's the exact strategy that I plan to use in order to get to my first 10K a month as a video editor. Alright, let's start from the niche. It's one of the first things that you have to take care of when you start your editing journey. And obviously, I do have some experience. I used to work with coaches. I used to work in crypto niche. And I also worked with fitness guys as well. And to be honest, in my personal experience, the best niche for me specifically that I enjoy editing in is coaches and personal trainers. And also this is one of the niches that has a lot of money and potential in it. For this challenge specifically, I'll choose this niche, and in the future I'll start outreaching to coaches and school owners specifically. Next is going to be the services that I'm going to be providing for those coaches and school owners. All right, and obviously the first and the most obvious one is going to be long form video editing. Right? This is my main service. However, I'm also going to be offering short form, thumbnails, and ideation plus titles. And all of this is done just in order to get, first of all, the best results for the client, right? Because if we're going to be posting only long form, right, without any thumbnails and with really bad titles, right, and ideations, the client is just going to get worse results. So first of all, it benefits the client because they get better results, and it also benefits me because I can upsell them on those extra services. And for my offer, I'm thinking 4 long form videos, let's say either 8 to 12 short form videos, right? Obviously 4 thumbnails for the long form over here and 4 titles. I will be providing those services for $2,000 a month, right? So this is going to be my core offer. Obviously not everyone is going to accept my core offer, right? So for some people and for some creators, there's going to be lower prices, but without the extra services. For some people, it's going to be 8 long form videos instead of 4. So obviously the prices are going to go up. All right, now let's go to the client acquisition methods. And for this challenge specifically, I'm going to be using those 2 main types of client acquisition methods, right? So the first one is content and the second one is cold outreach. Obviously, there's 2 more, which is warm outreach and ads, right? But in this case, for this specific challenge, those are going to be the 2 primary ones. Now, the content is going to be used in order to create trust, to create social proof, and obviously to expand my personal brand. So in order to do that, I'll be posting 2 types of content, right? So the first one is going to be YouTube long form, and the second one is going to be Instagram short form. And I'm planning to do 4 videos a month for YouTube. So obviously for YouTube, I'm probably going to be using this account, and I'm going to be posting this challenge to 10K a month as my primary, let's say, type of videos here. And for Instagram, it's not going to be my main focus. It's going to be anywhere from, let's say, 8 to 12 videos a month, right? Short form. Also, in the future, I might start using X right, and post X content in order to grow my personal brand there as well, but I'm not really sure about it yet. The second one is called outreach, and it's probably going to be the thing that I'll be focused on. So I'm thinking of doing 80% cold outreach and 20% content. Well, but actually where I am going to get my leads for my cold outreach. And honestly, it's going to be two methods. First of all, it's school communities, right? And then it's also going to be YouTube. In the past, I had experience with both platforms and I got clients from both platforms. I honestly like them both equally, so I'll be trying to get leads from both platforms equally and see which platform performs better later on. But for the outreach itself, I'm going to be using emails plus Loom videos. So basically for the email, it's going to be a simple template. First, I'll introduce myself, then I'll try to make them watch my Loom over here that I'll be recording for them personally. And third, I'll try them to book a call, right? And here, I'll be following the script that I have already wrote previously. So here's actually the script. Hey name, no idea how often you get videos like this, but I wanted to break through the noise and stand out in your inbox. Now, I just came across your channel here and I wanted to say I really love the direction that you're going in, and I see that you're clearly trying to bring value to your audience. And that said, I know how challenging this could be. Coming up with ideas, filming them, editing them, then creating thumbnails, it is quite a lot. And sometimes the editing itself, right, and the thumbnails part especially can hold you back from really presenting your ideas and your content in the best possible light. And actually, while watching the videos, I thought of a creator, and then I'll insert some like big creator in their industry, right? And they are in a very similar educational space as you are, and the editing style in their content does a great job of keeping things engaging and yet very, very professional. So let me actually show you a quick introduction from one of your videos, just so you can see what kind of editing I'm talking about, right? And here I'll watch around 10 to 15 seconds of their video, right, of this creator over here. And then it's very hooking from the beginning, right? Like it grabs your attention immediately. And if we can implement this style of editing to your content, to your videos, I am definitely sure that we can get more better engaging, what do I say here? Better retention graph, right? Which is going to increase your views and then eventually your loyal audience. And this is the kind of work I know I can help bring to your channel. Not just the editing for the sake of polish, but editing that supports your message, improves your watch time, and helps your content to stand out. And I'm pretty sure it will bring more leads to your school community too. So if that's something that you've been thinking about or something that you struggle to keep up with, I'd love to chat more about it. Just quickly respond to this email and we can hop on a call later. Either way, really enjoy your content so far, keep it up, and I hope to connect with you soon. So this is going to be the exact script that I'll be using for most of my outreach, and also I'll be tracking all the statistics and all the leads in this Google Sheet that I also created for this challenge. It's gonna look something like this. First, it's gonna have a status bar, right? Then just a date, let's say 5th of October 2025, right? Then name of the creator, let's say Andrew. Then YouTube link, blah 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 blah.com. Then I also insert their email here, and this is very important, approximate income. We gotta make sure that they make money in order to be able to afford video editing services, right? So we gotta make sure their income is at least 5 to 10K. How can we do that? There's different methods, but I think School Platform is ideal for that because we can estimate their approximate earnings by just looking at how many members they got and then multiplying by the monthly price. It's not always going to be the exact number, right? Because they could have increased the price as members start coming in, but it will give an approximate earning. So for example, in this case, I can estimate that these guys over here make anywhere from 20 to 40K a month with the school community alone. right? So once we got this number, we can also insert the social media link and then the rating. What does this rating mean? This is what I will use in order to see which clients are the most, let's say, preferable, right? Which clients are the best fit for me. So I'll look at their approximate income. I'll look if I can help their editing, and then I'll give them a rating based on that stats. So on the days when I'll be gathering leads, I'll be putting these ratings in, and on the days when I'll be outreaching to the leads, I'll start from the highest ratings and I'll go lower and lower. All right, now let's go next. And also, I'll be tracking stats like these. First of all, the response rate, right? How many people responded to my email, right? The book rate, how many people booked a call with me. Show up rate, how many people actually showed up to the meeting that they booked, and also how many clients I got out of it. Now, about the portfolio. Honestly, I do have portfolio, and it's Kralov.media, and I created this portfolio a while ago. So I think it works really good. What I haven't done yet, right? This book a call button doesn't work yet, so I'll need to set up my Calendly link in order to like basically book calls easily with the clients, right? And also, a thing that I do want to do is create a VSL that is going to be shown right over here, just so I can build more trust with the potential clients. All right, so yeah, these are the things that I need to do for this week, right? So basically record a VSL and then set up my calendar link. All right, also, not only will I be tracking all my leads, right, and statistics, I also will be tracking all the expenses and the profits. And actually, let me show you my Google Sheet that I've created specifically for this challenge. So here is the Google Sheet that I have created, and it might seem really, really complicated at first, but actually it's very easy. So first of all, this big window over here is just so I can track my revenue, right? So for example, let's say on October, 15th, I'm gonna get like, let's say my first client, 2,000 a month, right? And this is gonna be converted later on in my profit, in my revenue, and all of that, all of these statistics, right? And then let's say on October 22nd, right, I'm gonna get another client that is gonna be paying me 2,500 a month, right? So once again, it's all gonna be shown up here. And right now, this second table over here is for big expenses. For example, let's say I'm going to buy a camera in order to, let's say, improve my content, right? I'll be putting the big expenses over here. Let's say it's gonna cost me like 1,500 pounds, right? It's in pounds because I'm in the UK right now, but let's say it's gonna cost me 1,500 pounds in order to buy the camera, right? So it's gonna be not paying salary, but actually just as a loss, right? Or as a investment. So total loss is gonna be shown over here. Just gonna be 1.7k for the camera, right? Let's get rid of that for now. Now, these expenses, right? This table is for tracking my monthly subscriptions. So right now I'm using these exact subscriptions, right? So first of all is ChatGPT, then I'm also using Instagram Premium and YouTube Premium. I'm using Framer to host my website. So this website was done in Framer, which is gonna look something like this for you. If you want to create a portfolio like this, I might record a video later on. Just let me know in the comments. So also I use ManyChat in order to automate my Instagram DMs, right? And also Frame.io plus Google Drive. Frame.io is basically where you receive, is where you get feedback from your clients. So you just sign up here and you can get feedback really easily. And the last most costly subscription is the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is £99. It's just like around 130 USD a month. So these subscriptions are going to be removed from my profits over here, right? And they are going to go as expenses every single month, right? If I do this right now, then 232 are gonna go as my total loss in USD and Britain pounds, right? So this table is basically profits in USD and pound as well. And as this is our first month, there is basically no profits. However, there is loss because I did get those subscriptions, right? I'm using them. All right, so the total profit for the month is minus $232 so far, all right? But doesn't matter right now. So the last column is basically yearly revenue, then yearly loss, and then yearly profit, just so you can track those statistics as well. Now, let's go to the final stage, which is my goal. Obviously, my main goal is to get to that 10K a month for the first time ever as a video editor, right? However, I do want to break up my goals into smaller steps. So first of all, in the beginning, my goal is going to be 50 to 60 leads per month, right? And if it goes really slow, then I'll increase the amount of leads all the way up to 100 to 150 a month. And also, I'm planning for the content, I'm planning to do 4 long form videos, right? And anywhere from like 8 to 12 short IG videos as well, right? As I mentioned in the beginning. Now, for this challenge specifically, I'm planning to document this journey every single month. Yeah, so I'll be sharing my statistic from here, then I'll be sharing all the statistics and all the leads that I got from here as well. Maybe I will blur out the names and like the YouTube links, right? But I'll be sharing how many leads I got, what's the response rate, what's the close rate, like, and all of that, right? I also be sharing every single strategy and every single basically step of this journey, just so you can take it as a guide and basically copy it to yourself. Also, if you want to attempt this challenge with me, you can join our Content Scalers community, where we basically guarantee that in the next 90 days, you are going to get to your first $1,000 a month, or you get all your money back. And also me, Ben, and others from the community are always happy to help with your editing journey. So you can just check out the link below, and let's start this challenge today.